Now I'm going to teach you about difference of squares. I have two examples for this, but for now we're going to do the first example. We have x raised to the second power subtracted by 49y to the second power. Now with difference of squares, you look at each term. For the first step, you look at each term and you try and figure out its square root. And the square root of x squared would be x. And the square root of negative 49 is 7. And the square root of y to the second, just like x to the second, is itself without the exponent. So we have 7y. Now, when you deal with difference of squares, you put this information into a pattern. So I put this, the pattern is a plus b multiplied by a minus b. So I have the first term as x, the second term is b. So the square root of the first term is x, the square root of the second term is 7y. Then, there it is. X plus 7y times x minus 7y. That's it. Now when you check it, you do it by FOIL. Well, it's kind of common knowledge. So with FOIL, you multiply the first terms. X times x is x squared. O is outer terms. X times negative 7y, don't forget the negative sign. And then you have negative 7y down here, which is the same as minus 7y. Then you have the inner term, which is I. So 7y times x is plus 7xy. And then the last term, that's what L stands for, you have positive 7y multiplied by negative 7y. Do not forget those negative signs. And you are left with negative 41y. To simplify this problem, you bring down x squared. Negative 7y plus positive 7y cancels out, so there you're left with 0, and you don't have to put that there. It's unnecessary numbers. And then you're left with negative 49y, and you can't really do anything with that. And you're left with this, and you get a right answer, so smiley face, and you compare that to the original problem. It's the same thing. Okay, here's the second example. We have 16x squared minus 25y squared. Now with the previous problem, we find the square roots, as you remember. So the square root of 16 would be 4, and the square root of x to the second power is solely x. First term is considered a. Okay. Now the second is the square root of negative 25 is 5, and y to the second power is solely y. Now this second term is considered b. Now referring to the pattern up here is a plus b multiplied by a minus b. So this simplified is 4x plus 5y multiplied by 4x minus 5y, which is a plus b multiplied by a minus b, which is that. Okay, that's it. And to check the problem, we use FOIL again. So the first terms, 4x times 4x is 16x squared. Outer terms, 4x minus 5y is negative 20xy. Inner terms, 5y multiplied by 4x is positive 20xy, and last terms is positive 5y multiplied by negative 5y. Don't forget to make this negative, so that's negative 25y squared. Simplifying that, you have 16x brought down. Negative 20xy plus 20xy crosses them out. So you have nothing there besides 0, but we don't need to write that. And at the end you have minus 25y squared. You bring that down, and you write. And again, another green check mark and smiley face. And if you look at that, that's the same exact problem as we begun with. So 16x squared minus 25y.